Yo. 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 What's up, dudes? Special guest in the basement tonight. My old guitar teacher, Peter. Peter, nice to see you.
Steve.
How you doing?
Ducky.
Yeah. So this is like our second or third time trying to make a video. We're running into technical difficulties all morning, but hopefully we'll get through this one. Sporting a guitar that you probably haven't seen. It's my Ibanez. In fact, we have an Ibanez too. Yes.
How about
We're
that?
both doing Ibanez guitars. It's my Art Star. I picked up about 9 years ago. And what do you have? That's an Artist?
Yes.
Yeah, semi-hollow.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good. I think this is full-on hollow. Check, one, two.
I would say.
I think it is. A little bit of a beef. All maple in the back, laminate. Probably a laminate top too, considering how much they went for. So I'm thinking it's laminate. It probably is too.
I don't know.
Anyway, how you doing? So Pete, how long have we known each other?
A good question, Steve. Probably 20 years, right?
Well,
What,
I probably met when I started at the music store, and
more than 20 years.
that was in '85. So that'd be about 28 years.
Yeah.
When did you start? Did you replace
Ernie Bach.
Ernie Bach Jr. Right?
Yeah.
He's a local car mogul, and before he realized his dad was a multi-billionaire, and that he'd probably make a lot more money working at the auto place. He was a musician, and he used to teach at
And
the
still
music
is
store.
a musician.
Still is a musician, right?
That's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Right.
Though he made his living from music back then, and now he makes his living in a completely different way.
Yeah.
And a better living.
Much more lucrative, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
from everything we can tell,
Yeah.
he's doing a little better than the rest of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. He's the one who talked me into going to Berkeley for that summer session. It
Oh,
was the
really?
summer of '83, and gave me a little guidance on that. And then and then I started at the store in '85, and you probably had been there not too long, right? Because he had left probably
Yeah, I
like
think
the
it was
year
85,
before.
86.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the summer of 85, or so it's right around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because that summer that's right. I was working like in landscaping, and that fall the guys from the music store would hire you for Christmas, and I was like, seriously? Because it's like a dream job to work in a music store. Little did I know, you have to sit there and listen to.
Yes. And that was the better students.
Yeah, right.
Right.
No, the guys coming in, I'm gonna need a guitar that can handle my incredible riffs.
Yeah.
And you sit there, that sounds great, man.
Yeah, those are truly incredible. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, boy, you sound a lot better on that guitar. You really do.
Yeah.
You should probably buy it. Anyway,
Yes.
how you doing?
Just marvelous.
Yeah? Oh, you're going to give me a heart attack.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
I was thinking as I was driving over here that I might have a heart attack.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was thinking it's probably time for me to have a heart attack. I'm old enough now.
Yeah,
So,
we probably both are.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well, if you have one, I'll try not to have a heart attack while I'm resuscitating you.
Okay. Sounds good. That's a plan.
Yeah.
All right.
The good thing is that the hospital's right down the road. So,
Yeah, we can drag our butts over there.
Yeah, we'll get you right down.
Okay. Great.
Anyway, so did you start teaching that summer, or
That's where I started teaching, actually.
Really? Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that puts your teaching at about 28 years.
That's right.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you brought
Brought a couple things this
a
morning.
couple of things. What do you got? What do you got for
Well, the
us?
first thing I wanted to talk about is just a real simple concept of how to locate notes on the fretboard, just by knowing the names of the open strings and knowing where the half steps and whole steps are with natural notes.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Simple, but I would say important, because I know for me, I would learn E, A, and E, and A, but I'd sort of get into this zone here, and I'd be like, I don't know what that is,
yeah.
you know,
Right.
I know now it's a G, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you get into like little areas where it's sort of little no man's land.
Right.
You
Yes.
know?
It's. In fact, I saw Tommy Tedesco. Tedesco, I think that was the guy's name.
Yeah, Tedesco.
Yeah,
right?
Tommy
He's
Tedesco.
passed away now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave a clinic once. I saw him give a clinic, and he said he was talking about playing notes in terms of fingerings, and he was saying he was playing up right in this area that you were just playing. He goes, I don't know what these notes are. Yeah, I use 1 3 4, 1 2 4. I don't know what they are. So
Yeah. You know, I didn't go to it, but when I was at Berkeley, Schofield came and did a clinic, and Schofield wasn't that big of a name at the time.
right,
So he comes and does a clinic with this other guy. So they both go up and sort of do their rap. And Schofield's goes, learn everything. Learn it forwards and backwards and upside down. Learn every permutation. Learn every chord 9 different ways. Learn every scale 10 different ways. Learn it all. Just keep learning and learning and learning and learning, and you'll find your style through learning all that stuff.
right.
So the other guy goes, I don't agree with that. I think you need to like play from the gut, and you need to like, you know, have like visceral, and you need to like discover things and all this stuff. And then at the end they do a little jam. And of course Schofield sounds like he's completely in control.
Right.
Sounds incredible. This other guy is playing what appears to be more like canned riffs, because he didn't learn everything forwards and backwards and
Sure.
upside down. And I just think it always showed that Schofield was right.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I mean, there is some, and you know, you see it out there. The people, there's this backlash against learning stuff. I swear there really is, because a real artist wouldn't give a shit, right?
If you can say that.
Yeah. Oh, I just did.
I guess you did.
I just did.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do it again.
All right. You're
I'll
controversial
do
with
it.
that. Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So anyhow, in my experience teaching, you know, I would come across students, usually kids, who could play some licks that they learned from tablature, but they didn't know what the names of the notes were. They could play this incredible lick, and then I would say,
Guilty.
well, I'm not naming names. And then I would say, well, okay, great. Now where's the C note on the 3rd string? And they'd be befuddled. So
It's somewhere between here and here.
yeah, yeah. So anyhow, this is just an easy way of starting to get a more of a handle on where the notes are. So if we take the 1st string, and if you realize that the letter names of the notes of music are from A to G, and then it starts over again on A, and the half steps are between E and F and B and C, and between all the others are a whole step, then if we start from the open E, here's E, here's F, here's G, A, B to C is a half step, D, E, F, and the whole thing starts all over again.
Right. So I think the rule is that it's always 2 frets between notes, except for E to F,
E to F, and
which
B
is
to
1
C.
fret, and B to C.
That's
right,
it.
Which is a half step.
So I've come up with these patterns that make it easy to start working with these. So the first pattern is very simple. It's just an ascending group of 2 notes. So E to F, F, G, G, A. I'm going to keep my first finger on the string the whole time. And my first finger is going to act like a guide. And when I come down the string, I'm still playing the same patterns. So
yeah,
they're
notice
ascending.
it's still going up,
Yes.
even though you're going down. You're going.
Yes, exactly. So that's
Right.
an ascending group of 2.
Okay.
All right, and then usually I do ascending groups of 2s on every string with students, just so they get used to start seeing where the notes are. And then if say we did that ascending group of 2s on the 1st string, then I would ask them to find C. I go around the cycle of 5ths in natural notes, or
Right.
cycle of 4ths, cycle of 5ths. So the pattern would be C, F, B, E, A, D, G. See, I would ask the student, so let's do this on the third string, for example.
Okay.
So find C on the third string. Okay, well,
C
take
on
your
the
time.
third string
Yeah.
would be,
Okay, now you're on it. Well, let's do this. Let's just go up and down the third string
okay.
in groups of two. So
Okay,
G,
G, A,
A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F, G. One more, G, A. Okay, now come back down the string and play F, G, E, F, D, E, C, D, B, C, A, B, G, A. Good. Now where's C? F. You had it, right?
Right.
B, E, A, D, G, C. There you go. Okay, so there's the cycle on the third string. Now you could do that on all 6 strings. And
right. And you should.
yeah,
You should.
yeah. All right, now going back to the first string just because it's easy. Once we've done ascending twos, then try descending twos. And also, when I was watching you play, I want to get you to do a specific positioning thing. So,
Okay.
So let's start from the F. For example, F, G. Okay, now use your first finger for the lowest note of each group of 2.
Okay.
Good. And a half step is fingers 1 and 2, right? Yeah, let's come down the string. Good. Okay, now let's play descending twos.
Oh, yeah.
Now this is actually, you're adding a step in your thinking process because you have to find the lower note before you play the higher note.
Right.
Yeah, so F, E, G, F, A, G, B, A, C, B. Yeah. Yeah, now see how you just use your third and
My
second
third,
finger?
right.
Yeah, so what I would have the
Stick
student
with
do,
the-
yeah, your first finger is going to find the lower note of the group of 2 because your first finger is going to act like a guide.
Just too lazy to move my wrist.
Yeah, you just got to think about it. I mean, and it's not a speed thing until it's really accurate and smooth. There you go. That's all it is. Yeah. Okay. Now the next pattern is going up and down a group of 2.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah.
No, keep going. That was great.
Okay.
Oh. Well, let's get
Go back
some
down.
harmony going. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So start from E. Start from E.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So there's that pattern. Then there's the reverse of that.
All right.
One more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's going down and up twos. The pattern before that was up and down twos, down and up twos. Now up 3.
All right.
Okay. Now we have a problem. When we have 2
you have
whole
to-
steps in a row, you can, yeah, I mean, a lot of people have a hard time stretching their hand out, especially in an area this
Right.
low on the neck.
So you have to choose between stretching the 1 or stretching the 4.
Yes.
Right.
So that either your second or third finger could go in the middle.
I think I like stretching the 1. It feels a little
Yeah,
more comfortable
me too.
down here.
Yeah. But the issue is the 2 whole steps in a row
Right.
and so forth. So, yeah. And when you have a step and a half or a half and a whole, keep your 4 fingers over 4 frets. So if I'm playing A, B, C, it's going to be fingers 1, 3, and 4.
Right.
B, C, D is 1, 2, 4. Now I've got
Right.
C, D, E. I've got a choice with my whatever fingers in the middle.
How you want to stretch it,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. D, E, F, E, F, G. Okay. So there's ascending 3s. Let's play descending 3s.
All
This
right.
this is and check your fingering. Yeah.
Right.
And so you want to lead with your 4th finger, but your first finger is still going to play the lowest note of each group of 3. And, okay.
Right.
So that was descending 3s, up and down 3s.
Right.
And then that backwards.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so there's groups of threes. All
Okay.
right. Right. We did the up and down threes, and then the next pattern is a group of four, which for me is a group of three, and then you're going to slide up to the next one. When you're playing off the open string, that's the exception. But if you started on F, for example, F, G, A, and then slide to the next
Right.
note, or shift. Yeah, you don't have to get the actual slide, but you want to shift to the next position. Yeah, now to play those patterns backwards is a little confusing, so I just play the going down the string, playing descending fours. So
Okay.
let's try that. So it's 3 notes and a shift. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So if you do that on every string, you're going to really start to see where the natural notes are. If you wanted to play in a different key, if we were playing in the key of G, for example, all we'd have to do is change F to F sharp, and now we're in the key of G, and so forth.
Right.
You could do that in any key. It's a good exercise to just play to a vamp, like a drone, or on one chord, and get used to
Right.
playing that any kind of scale. If we were playing in C, then you've got all those natural notes that you could play on any string.
And I think some of my viewers may have seen in the past, I've just gone over and sort of hit a synth note and held the sustain pedal down, and it just rings out a note. So I'll just hit a C. I think when we had Steve Marchaner over, at one point I held down an A or an E. I think I held an E down, and then he could just do his little vamp over E. So if you have a synth and you have a sustain pedal, that's one way to do it. Another product I like is Band in a Box.
Band in a Box, you can
Because that just
yeah.
vamps. Now, some of the Band in the Box vamps are kind of hokey. They're more jazz style and they're less rock, and even their rock ones are still a little hokey. But it gives you something where you can control the backing track. Another one is Sully's backing tracks on YouTube, though you can't change the key on that. So you have to pick one that matches your key.
Yeah, or there's any number of guitar pedals that looping pedals.
Yeah, right. A looper. Great.
Right.
Great
so
observation.
you can just play a chord and get a rhythm going and loop that forever, and then play your scale against that.
Sure.
Okay, so that I always find that useful. It approximates playing with someone else,
Right.
and it keeps you in time, which is very, very important.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.